The Coin Lady channel is pleased to have you back. You have likely heard by now of a dispute within the XRP community that has been talked about for the past few months, if not longer, over the lack of developer activity on the XRP ledger. Furthermore, evidence suggests that chains with insufficient developer activity are less likely to pump during market euphoria. So, reason for concern for certain individuals. Finally, data is data. Take a look at the headline, though. The XRP-L ecosystem currently has over 1,500 projects, each with its own unique use case. So, is it correct? Isn't 1,500 projects on the XRP ledger enough? That's right, everyone. Does the sum add up? Let me start by saying that I'm delighted the XRP community has been talking about the amount of developer activity. Then I'll tell you where it comes from and what I think about it. I am not worried about anything related to the XRP ledger. Why? Because in my opinion, if the current level of engagement among XRP ledger developers were to impede the price action of XRP, I doubt that it would now be in the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. Considering the SEC hasn't successfully targeted XRP holders for a few years, I doubt it would have been there for more than 10 years. Coins, especially huge cap coins, can and do get listed for other reasons, in my opinion. Plus, I'll explain what I mean by this, while also giving you the lowdown on the developer's work. Additionally, the XRP ledger is being utilized for all these use cases. If you think I'm mistaken, you can correct me, and we can continue talking. But before I go any further, I should clarify that I am not receiving any form of financial support. Do not take my financial advice as gospel. By the way, you shouldn't base any purchases or sales on what I say, okay? I'm just a curious bystander that loves to vlog about cryptocurrency on YouTube. However, this is for enjoyment and as a pastime only. Currently, I would want to begin by sharing this headline with you in order to emphasize the points. Some of you may have already heard me make this argument before I provide you with more details. Hold on a second, those who are enjoying a drink of water. Apologies, that was completely unexpected. I'll give you this extra piece of information so we can kick off this celebration. Again, I believe it's crystal evident that several things are considered when consumers decide which cryptocurrencies to invest in. It is from the Crypto Basic that you obtain this headline. Right up with the current upswing, 99% of all Tron addresses are profitable. Now tell me what that is. Is it an unsustainable fluke of some kind? Based on your gaze, I believe it to be this particular one. Yes, I am ready. The Tron ecosystem is home to 16 full-time developers. Since there are so few, it would be more accurate to round down to 0. I am not kidding when I say that Tron's market cap is $12.1 billion, putting it in 10th place today. Is this simply a group of complete dimwits? Do these complete morons just instantly toss their money away? There's a good chance it will fall since things like that do happen. A pump and dump strategy is applied to any node. Is it the current situation? Actually, that's not the case. This demonstrates that developer involvement isn't the only thing that matters to the market. It was former Goldman Sachs executive Raoul Pal who alerted me to this fact. He believes that XRP will go over $10 and is the founder and CEO of Real Vision. He also holds XRP. On Wednesday, October 13, 2023, this was the headline. Will Tron stablecoin market share increase? TRX, being the Tron ticker symbol, naturally. Moreover, another article about the emergence of Finbolt Tron is presented here. For secure coin transactions, head over to blockchain. Start date, November 1st, 2023. And you should look at this, because this is why people are investing in Tron. Despite no one creating anything on top of the blockchain, it is still being used functionally. It's already in use. For the sake of stable coins. According to Raoul Pal, it is the biggest stablecoin ecosystem in the cryptocurrency industry. Here, then, have a look. Despite not being the biggest or most well-known blockchain in the world, Tron has been making strides in the USDT transaction market. According to Google Trends, worldwide interest in Tron USDT was equal to that of Ethereum USDT a year ago, at the time of publication. Another study by Brevan Harrison, a hedge fund with over $35 billion in assets situated in the Isle of Jersey, further supports the trend. During the period from January to August 2023, Tron represented 49% of all stablecoin addresses, 37% of all transactions, and 35% of total volume. This was all part of the ongoing rise of stablecoins under management. People, as stated in the document, the cryptos that maintained their value in 2017, specifically those that were among the top 10 or 20. Almost none of them are now among the top in terms of market cap. Very few of them. However, Tron is extremely unusual. You can see the reasoning behind it now. In fact, consider the price since the beginning of time. Looking at 2017 prices, you can see that it was almost a penny. I experienced this myself when I ventured into the cryptocurrency market. So, as I've mentioned previously, I am the owner of Tron. In fact, I've been since late 2017. When I bought it, it was probably in the latter half of November, although it could have been early December. So, I've been keeping it ever since. Its value skyrocketed, and it hasn't topped out yet. The fact that it was in the gutter led people to believe it had died, but then it didn't. The upward trend in prices is plain to see, especially into the year 2023. I don't think the markets are now experiencing that kind of euphoria or mania, so that's the way it is. A great deal of enthusiasm is present. True mania, such as the one that preceded 2017's record high, is not visible, though. Actually, it was more than January 4th, I just didn't think it was humorous enough. On that day, XRP was released. This is also a record high. Regardless, it has been trending upward. I will collaborate with you to keep spreading the word that greater development on the XRP ledger is a good idea, so to the folks who are streaming developer activity, thank you for that. Yeah, that's a really important metric. Remember Tron? They have absolutely little developer activity with XRP, so it's clear this isn't the be-all and end-all. As far as increased adoption is concerned, it has been trending positively. Still, that's not a ridiculous sum. However, XRP is used for different purposes, thus that's why. As far as payments go, it's great. If the market didn't think that mattered, XRP wouldn't be in the market cabinets at all. It simply couldn't have survived for more than 10 years. My opinion is that it is not, sir. Or, rather, ma'am, since there is a remarkably low level of developer activity on the other coins. Big cap coins aren't what they used to be. You can tell the market believes it's useful because XRP is one of them and they aren't. As proof, consider the fact that there are currently 356 full-time developers working on Bitcoin, which is far more activity than there is for XRP. Consider the market caps, though. In comparison to Bitcoin's market cap of nearly $1 trillion, XRP's market cap is $30 billion. When you consider the market capitalization, you'll see that practically no one is developing on the Bitcoin blockchain, but there's more developer activity on the XRP ledger per dollar invested in the ecosystem. Developer activity for at least 3 of the top 10 currencies is thus irrelevant. Tron XRP, in this case, is meaningless, or at least, not very so. What I'm trying to express is that it is crucial. On the other hand, Bitcoin and Tron XRP are considered valuable for other reasons. As a pioneer, a store of wealth, and a widely used digital currency, Bitcoin has become an important benchmark for those who truly care about these things. Thus, you examine that. With the ability to create smart contracts, there are plenty of additional platforms where you can expand your development capabilities. This is where your hypothesis comes into play. There are 92 full-time developers, which is more activity than the market average, yet, the market isn't particularly concerned with any one coin in particular. Rather out there, isn't it? However, this is to be expected given that Ethereum supports Layer 1 smart contracts. And the best part is, if the Hooks Amendment is ever put into effect, XRP has a bright future ahead of it. Then, eventually, Layer 1 smart contract capability might be added to the XRP ledger. I predict a meteoric rise in the number of developers if that occurs. Thus, that option remains open. That would be the icing on the cake for XRP, because the cryptocurrency is practical, valuable, and supported by an actual ecosystem. More importantly, though, is this figure accurate? XRP has 45 full-time developers since, as I mentioned in December during my conversation with a Ripple employee, I was informed that this couldn't be true because there are more full-time developers working on the Ripple ledger alone. Therefore, there is some uncertainty, there may be many more developers, and this report may have been overlooked for some reason. I am unsure, I am unable to. I'm simply relaying the information that was conveyed to me. Also, I found this article through an XRP community member named Pretentious Maxi, who shared it and wrote the following. I'll be citing it at the beginning of the video I'm about to show you. Are all of these XRP-L projects terrible or what? Is this not true, or is 1,500 not sufficient? Even though there are over 1,500 projects in the XRP ecosystem, each with its own unique use case, I keep hearing that nobody is developing on the XRP ledger. I think that's an important point. Indeed, Ethereum is bustling with development activity. It bears noting that I have already brought this up at length. Given that we're bringing it up again, over here. Does every single project that those developers are working on now have a good chance of succeeding? I would venture to say that the odds are high that most of them will fail, given that people are always pushing the boundaries of what is possible with emerging technologies. It's not always a neat procedure. Things can get really wild. Many people's life can be greatly affected by it. But that's not all bad. It's important. Also, since the rise of the internet in the late 1990s and early 2000s, a lot of people have been trying to construct various things. Since the advent of the internet, a plethora of useful services have been developed, including YouTube, Google, Facebook, and Uber. However, practically all of the online commercial ventures that were attempted were unsuccessful. Of course. Therefore, the fact that so many initiatives are vying for the attention of so many developers, basically, you have to realize that quantity and quality are very different. Forget about the amount of developers working on the XRP ledger, I'm not implying that this is irrelevant. However, is that the primary indicator? Things created on the XRP ledger are functionally valuable, and the market seems to be realizing that. However, I'm still not convinced. We need more developer engagement on XRP, I think, whenever I see these arguments. Plus, if it's, people will start to feel anxious about it. Also, we documented, if I remember correctly, 1,500 projects on the XRP ledger. Well, that's the end of the video. Leave a comment with your opinions. And, as always, we ask that you like and subscribe. Muchas gracias, depart.